What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be working on this Kenmore. It's actually not this one, but the guy I got it from said he fried the circuit board. Now I just happen to have, I think, the same circuit board here from another machine, so I'm going to see if he really fried the circuit board. Remember, this was the one with that messed up harness where they bypassed the door switch. I don't know if you saw that video or not, but I did film this one, a teardown of it. So if this does work, then we won't use this harness, we'll use the other one. This dryer is nicer than the other one, but I'm going to see if he... So what he said he did is, I think he said he hooked up the wires wrong. Now what's weird is that I had another dryer. A guy called me and said he hooked the wires up wrong on one, and I couldn't find anything wrong with it. Let's see here. Okay, so we have this thermostat here that is good. What is this? It's all taped up, I wonder. There's something like under all this tape. I don't know if that's like a thermistor. Goes to these blue wires. So he took the back of this off, which is not how you normally take these apart. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave the back off and take the front apart. And then I'll put the back on at the end. Okay, well there's what the front of it looks like. Let's see if that's going to be my shot too. My thumbnail. So if we look on this, we have all the same things here as here, and then the same things across here. It looks exactly the same on this to that, so that is a good sign that this is the right control board. Which I don't think those are the original screws. I think this machine is like, it has GE like screws on it normally. At least that's what the ones I've seen have. So it is pretty clean in here. And he did have this off. Now the interesting thing is like these aren't even broken like a lot of times they are on these. This drum looks like it's in good shape, but let's keep breaking it down and see if we can see anything here. Now one difference I'm noticing is on the other one the wires go that way. It looks like on this one the wires go that way for some reason. And then on this one they unplug from here. So I don't know if it's the same or not. I guess we're gonna have to find out here. I mean, I don't know how he came up with the idea that he killed the circuit board. Maybe after he wired it wrong, it just wouldn't turn on at all. Okay, this thing doesn't want to come out. Sometimes they just don't want to. Sometimes. Well, that is not ideal. Whatever happened there. Now the last one I had where he wired it wrong. It was a timer, not a circuit board. Seven segment display. It's kind of stuck. I don't know. There we go. Wow. Well, this cap is popped out, so we can see there. The other, we got some solder trace lifting right here. That was sort of a down, but now it's up. So this thing is definitely no es bueno, señor. There's lots of black in this area, you know. Okay, well, so 137-438-112. They both have the same sticker. So score. Looks like we might be alright here. Looks like they have the same plugs. It's just configured a little differently, you know, because this situation. But yeah, I am going to take this wire harness off of here because we don't need it. This black one won't go either. This black one's stuck too. So basically I'm just gonna get rid of this and then, oh man, how does that thing pull so much? Well, hopefully that was just the circuit board collection. Okay, now this guy might be kind of hard to get off without tearing it apart. So we're gonna have to take it off anyways, because I think that faceplate is in a little better shape than this one. It's a little wider. This one's a little off color. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but so I guess we might as well just take this off of here. I gotta pull those ones too. So if I'm gonna do that, then I might as well get that thing out. Okay. See, this one's a lot dirtier. That's how they usually are. Now, I never actually witnessed this one working either, but he had bearing issues, not circuit board type issues. Okay, now that we got that off, we can squeeze this little guy and get the wire harness the rest of the way out here. Okay, we don't need that anymore. Now, is this the same? A question. Looks the same. See, it has that little hole, even though I didn't use it on that one. Nice. It's very nice that this is all the same. So now that we're going to fix the nice dryer with parts from the crappy dryer. You know, it's always nice when you can do that. Okay, so we're going to use this head with this machine. Okay, I think I got that right. Maybe it doesn't matter. It's like a rotary knob. 1, 2, 3, 50, 350. Yeah, there's some down there too. Try to get those first. Also, there might be some in here, those two. Somebody took really good care of this thing. Because it is clean. Wonder if it like got taken apart regularly and cleaned out. Starting to find some dirt. I don't know if he got this far into it because he was going at the back. Normally we go at these from the front, but now I'm questioning that too because the way this harness is ran down the front here, it's changed from the back. So I don't know, but let's see if this thing will come off. Maybe both work, I don't know. Okay, now I have these two screws up here on this thing. This support guy. Okay, got it out on this side. This side is not cooperating though. Yeah, this seems right. You just don't have to take that off, you can just roll it around. There's some, oh look at that. Nice Bosch one. Got a screw. Some bloodborne pathogens. It's got everything. It's got some nice clean felts on it. And it looks really new, like it's never used or what. If we look at our heat element here. That's good. So we didn't fry the heat element or the high limit. There's another thermostat over here that's good. And there's another limit switch over here that's good. The motor doesn't feel bad. Everything feels pretty good. That's alright, that's alright. It's interesting how we have 3 bearings in the back here. Those are all good. So we're good. I gotta hook this spring back up over here. I unhooked it. Oh, come on. It's just gonna, this thing is just gonna, there we go. Alright, well, get the vacuum out. We'll vacuum some of this stuff. But I think it's pretty good. Pretty good, clean machine here. Alright, the camera died, but I vacuumed it all out. So I'm gonna put that back on there, put that in there. Put the drum in and that on, and then the other thing on, and then the new circuit board, and bam. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about over there. I see you. Clickety clack. Sometimes you can, but I think it's better if we do this other way. And honestly, that might be the one thing that is better about these, but it also might not be. Sometimes that belt kind of holds the drum in place while you're messing with this thing. Okay, I just hooked that into there and that one into there. There's little like hooks, okay? Should make sense. Okay, now we gotta remember how this was screwed in, and I think the way it goes is there's two down here, one there and one over here, and then you don't put any in the top because they share the top of these ones. I think that's how that goes. Put this on here, however it goes. Give her a spin. Make sure she spins alright. So now, what you have with this thing is you have these clip things that I absolutely despise. Oh, I guess we got a wire too here. So, I hate those clips because they always fall out and stuff on me. They're really hard to get all of them lined up. Make sure we don't pinch any wires. Okay. Now what we're going to do is put these two top screws in that I already put in my hand because I was thinking ahead. Because I got to hold this in with my leg while I put these two in. I don't always think ahead, but when I do, it's on camera. Yeah. Anybody else hear that noise? Okay, it was not what I thought it was, so we're not going to swear yet. Must have been a coin or something. Okay, I'm going to put these screws in the bottom now to cement this thing in. Okay. I think we're good on that then. Okay. Now, oh, I forgot about this. So, there's these two little guys that kind of like go into that, and then two more screws. Just little short, not Phillips screws, but I'm using the Phillips anyways. What you do is you use a Phillips till you strip it out, then you get the square. Okay, let's try to hook this belt up before I go any further. So now we can kind of see it in there. It's hanging down. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but I can. And then it's gonna go around. Always go around the idler with the smooth side, and then it should hook around onto the motor. You have to pull the idler over to give you some space. Now this is too tight, so without messing up the idler, I'm going to try to readjust the belt on the drum. Square or whatever. There we go. See that? Now that's a lot more solider than it was. This thing, we want this thing to be solid. Battle line. Okay, we did the red first, then the black. Over there. This guy can't hook up wrong unless you try hard. This one goes on here. Alright, how do you guys feel about that? I feel pretty good about it. And then we have we have these two to put in the front too. Put those in, send them on home. So like if you can see what I'm doing, then I gotta stand at such an angle that it's hard to run the machine. You know, for the record, these screws are wrong too, but I'm just gonna reuse them because they have the bigger shaft. You know what I mean? That's really the important bit there. Now on these, don't just send these home right here. If you take those out, which I'm not sure you even need to, but what happened? I'm out of screws. I need 2 more. If well, this is one of them. If you do take these out, that might be the wrong screw. But you know, it's alright to go with the bigger screw. You just don't want to go with the smaller screw. Okay, well, let's see if we were successful. Flip it around, we'll put the top on, we'll put the cord back on, and we put a, looks like we put a bend in this panel somehow. See, these ones are bigger, so they're good. We can use them in place of the actual ones. Alright, let's jam this cord in here. Well, it turned on. It says 100 on it. I don't know why it made that noise at first. Something's wrong. I don't know if the motor's bad or what. I have another one though. Well, maybe. I don't know. I can't remember what the condition of the other motor was in. It is turning it. I don't know why it makes that noise at first. Let's see if it heats. Does heat. Okay, so we gotta figure out why it's doing that weird look. That thing. Alright, I gotta take it back apart. It was my fault. I I didn't diagnose it all the way because, of course, now it's not gonna do it, but this is like loose in here. Earlier when it was attached to the drum, it just kind of free spun. I'm gonna see if I can kind of hold the back. See that? So like the back is not spinning and the front is spinning. Now on the other one I can't do that. No noises. Okay. So normally lots of times these are really hard to change, but since I have the whole thing, I don't have to try to get the squirrel cage off. So what we're gonna do is there's 2 screws back there, there's 2 screws up here, and then there's this thermistor right here. And I'm just gonna take the thermistor screws out, take it out. Sorry, you guys didn't see that. I just took those 2 screws out and I'm just gonna reuse that thermistor. So now these 2 screws. And then these back 2. Is this screw? I found a screw in there. I don't think it came from this. Probably just the vacuum missed it. Okay, now grab at the front and you gotta kind of like pull it towards the front. Unplug it first. Don't be like me. You know, and I just did this too, so you'd think that I would know, but I'm not that smart, apparently. So to unplug it, just squeeze the sides and kind of yank. Okay. Out with the bad. In with the sort of bad. See if this thing will fit in here. See if we can get the plastic grooves. Looks like it's a perfect fit. Plug it in. Let's put it back together. I'll put it back together off camera. I'll show you when I come back. You guys already saw that. Just so you can see. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's a big old crack right there. Runs across right here, and there's some other little cracks right there. Basically, it's just not connected anymore. You know, it's not shouldn't be any play like this. Like I'm just moving that a lot. We have these big cracks, so it's not able. So when it first starts up, it grinds on it. You know, it goes, and then it starts spinning with it. It's not long for this world though. Garbage. All right, got it back together. A moment of truth. Sounds pretty good. So all this looks like it works. Right on. Well, I'll test it. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe, and like the video. Thanks.